Most people don't actually lose money in the stock market because they picked a bad stock. They lose money because they fundamentally just don't understand risk. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely shift how you look at investing, uncover the real risks out there, and show you exactly how to avoid them.
Let's kick things off by looking at two totally different types of investors. On the left, we've got the panicked beginner. They see a dip, fear instantly takes over, they sell, and bam, massive losses. But look over on the right. That is a calm, seasoned investor holding steady. While the beginner is sweating over their phone, the pro is sticking to a strategy, completely ignoring the noise, which is exactly how you get those sweet long-term gains.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the reality of risk, market and company risks, volatility and liquidity, inflation and emotional risks, and wrap up with exactly how you can reduce your risk.
All right, Section 1, the reality of risk and avoiding that naive start.
I will double my money quickly. Honestly, it sounds great, right? But this get-rich-quick mentality is the exact trap that sets almost every new investor out for failure. When you jump into the market expecting a lottery ticket, you are totally missing the point of investing. You end up taking these wild, blind leaps instead of making slow, calculated moves. You're chasing a thrill, not building real wealth. And that mindset, it triggers a really painful domino effect. Step 1, you make poor decisions, like buying some random stock just because it was trending online. Then, when reality hits and the price tanks, you hit Step 2, panic selling. You literally lock in the damage. And that brings us to Step 3, devastating capital losses. We're here today to break that cycle for good. Moving on to Section 2, market and company risks, our first look at the structural challenges. So, market risk. Think of this as the unavoidable risk of an overall market decline. The crucial thing to understand here is that this is entirely out of your hands. When a global crisis hits, absolutely everything falls. Even the best, most profitable companies on Earth get dragged down. You can't avoid it, but you can survive it by just having a long-term mindset and waiting for the market to recover. Now compare that to company-specific risk. This is the risk of a single stock falling because of internal messes like terrible management, bad sales, or crazy high debt. The whole stock market could be booming, hitting record highs, and this one bad company will still crash to zero. This is exactly why picking the right individual stocks, or honestly just buying the whole market through an index fund, is so absolutely crucial. Section 3, volatility and liquidity risks, where we navigate daily market mechanics. Okay, let's talk about volatility. We're talking about those sharp daily ups and downs in stock prices. Watching your net worth bounce around every Tuesday is incredibly stressful, right? But here is the secret. Volatility is completely normal. It's literally just the market breathing. The real risk isn't the bouncing price. The risk is you freaking out and selling at the absolute worst moment just to make your anxiety stop. Then we have liquidity risk, which is a massive hidden trap. Liquidity is basically how easy it is to buy or sell a stock. Remember those crazy, obscure hype stocks from a few years ago? Getting in was super easy. But when the crash happens, low liquidity means it is exceptionally hard to sell. If nobody wants to buy your shares, you literally can't get out without taking a massive loss. You're just trapped. All right, Section 4, inflation and emotional risks. Time to confront the final bosses. First up is inflation, the silent killer of wealth. Let's look at this scenario. Say you're getting a 5% return on your investments. You feel great, right? But if inflation is running at 6%, your real return is actually negative. You are literally losing purchasing power every single year. If your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you are going backward without even realizing it. Which brings us to arguably the most important point in this entire explainer. The biggest enemy to your financial future is not the market, it's not inflation, it's your mindset. That is emotional risk. The real threat to your portfolio is staring right back at you in the mirror. If you can't keep your own psychology in check, all the financial knowledge in the world isn't going to save you. Most people do not lose money to market mechanics. They lose entirely to their own unchecked emotions. Look at this comparison. On one side, fear makes people panic and sell everything at a heavy loss. On the other side, greed pushes them to buy into random hype at the absolute peak. It is a brutal pendulum swing. Mastering these two primal emotions, fear and greed, is literally step 1 if you want to win at this game. Finally, Section 5, how to reduce risk. Let's get you a shield. Here is your actionable checklist to protect yourself. First, diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Use index funds like the Nifty 50 to spread things out. Second, take a long-term approach and just ignore the short-term noise. Third, stick to quality companies with actual strong fundamentals. Fourth, completely avoid hype stocks. Please do not blindly follow random tips online. And lastly, start small. Learn the ropes before you put your life savings on the line.
It all boils down to risk versus reward. Safe investments give you lower returns. Super risky investments might offer massive returns, but you could easily lose it all. The optimal strategy you want to aim for is right in the middle, balanced growth through calculated risk. It's all about finding that strategic sweet spot.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want this to sink in. The stock market is risky, but not for those who understand it. Understanding the mechanics is your absolute superpower. Risk isn't something to fear. The real danger is blindly throwing money at the market without a clue. So the ultimate takeaway today is this. Don't try to eliminate risk. That's a complete illusion, and it's impossible if you want your money to actually grow. Instead, learn to control it. Manage it wisely, stay incredibly consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting for you. So, are you managing your risk, or is your risk managing you? If you are ready to apply everything we just talked about and actually build a low-risk portfolio for beginners, make sure to hit subscribe. Join us for our next explainer where we'll walk you through exactly how to do that. See you then.